welcome to this edition of the Israel Homeland Security Special Report. Today we have in the studio with us Ronen Nadir, CEO of Bluebird AeroSystems. Tell me a little about your company, Bluebird AeroSystems.
I founded the company in 2002. Actually, I started to develop UAV about several years before. I was an officer in the Israeli Air Force, and there was a need for a certain UAV capability to carry a few kilograms in the field by use of field soldiers. At that point in time, I was flying with paragliders, with powered parachute, and it came to me as an idea to build a small powered parachute, to put an autopilot inside and to carry this thing, let's call it, from one place to another. At that point in time, the autopilot that I put my hands on was the size of a shoebox, size 54 probably. It was huge. Compared to the autopilot today, which is a credit card size, it's pretty amazing, the advance of the technology in the last 15 years. Anyway, I started to build a prototype. And after a year, I quit the army. I went to the high-tech. I was in high-tech in two companies about 4 years. And at September 11, 2001, was it? Yeah, 2001, in the unfortunate event of the twins, I found myself stuck because all the aviation was stopped that day, stuck in Rome with a lot of time to think how do I get back home and what do I do from now on. And I decided to leave the company and start Bluebird. I thought I had a product, but when I started the company, after I started the company, I fully understand that it is far from product. The market needs something more reliable that accumulated thousands of hours with maintenance, with procedures, with documentation. And I started to develop. And that's how the company was born.
In what ways are your mini UAVs unique in the industry?
What we're trying to do is to be 2 steps ahead of the technology. Since the company is relatively small, only 60 employees, we can maneuver and check new technology and implement new technology immediately into our newest products. Therefore, we have tailored our avionics system to be very, very small yet very reliable, accumulated 25,000 of hours already. We do our own communication, enable us to reach up to 150 kilometers. That's amazing for a mini UAV. We carry a variety of payloads. Some of them we do our own. For example, photogrammetric payload based on RGB, IR, near-IR, scanning payload we develop for our own, and we provide very good and updated and up-to-date products for our customers. We're very efficient, cost-effective, because we're a small company with very small management and a very effective G&A. And we implement new technology into our UAVs. For example, we were the first in Israel to integrate fuel cell into our UAVs, and one of our mini UAV, the Wonderbee, can fly more than 12 hours based on fuel cell power, and this is a unique capability.
Is it possible for fuel cells to provide the main power source for mini UAVs?
Mini UAV is usually electric power because it's easier, because it's quiet, because it's handy, because it's available. Electric power is electric motor powering a propeller, rotating a propeller. And it is consuming its power, taking its power from a lithium polymer battery that can provide high current in relatively good energy density. However, this energy density is limited to 200 kilogram per watt hour per kilogram. Fuel cell can give you up to 4 times more energy density, meaning about 800 watt hour per kilogram. So if you put 3 kilograms of battery into the UAV that can fly, let's say, 4 hours, if you put 3 hours of fuel cell into the same UAV, you can fly 16 hours. So this is an amazing capability, and customer wants that. The problem with the fuel cell, that's the reliability of the fuel cell. Since it is a bit complicated, the reliability is not yet there like the battery, and therefore there is a risk when using fuel cell powered mini UAVs.
I understand you're in the process of developing a powered parachute to deliver supplies to the battlefield. Can you tell us a little about it?
Actually, I started the company. Before I started the company, I had a product of a powered parachute able to carry a payload. This payload can be a camera, a mapping camera, or any type of weight that needs to be transferred from point A to point B. After a few years, in about 2007, we kind of neglected that type of UAVs for the electric UAVs, the micro, mini, and small. However, an interest is currently existing in the market for cargo UAV. We have teamed with Elbit. Actually, Elbit teamed with us in order to develop a cargo UAV for a defense customer. And it is currently under development, being able to carry up to 150 kilograms and more to a remote place, put it there, not drop it there, put it there, and come back without touching the ground, come back to land.
Well, thank you very much for your time.